Woo! Woo! Oh, let's go, Sean.
What's
I'm
up,
fired
Aaron?
up for this week, baby.
It was a
I'm ready
hell of
for
a week
week.
for some NFL football.
Are you ready?
Dude,
I'm
I was
not ready.
more ready. You can never be ready. You only can be so ready, unfortunately. But I mean, especially with who knows what's going to happen tonight with the Raiders Lions game. Let's hope those ton of upsets. Anything could happen. I thought the Lions were going to be a sure thing, but maybe not anymore. Absolutely nuts. Aaron, what stuck out to you this week?
Oh man.
What's on
All
your
right.
brain, dude?
I'm gonna just say right now,
Let
the
it out.
refs are not on my mind. I'm just
This
gonna
is a
leave
safe
them be.
space.
I'm gonna leave them be.
Okay.
I don't want to get fined. I don't want to get suspended. I just think it
Is
could have
it?
been better.
Could be better.
Anyways, it was one of the bigger games that stuck out to me. I guess. Actually, I'm gonna let you hit this one. Because I don't really. I don't know.
Dude,
You
there's
take
so
it.
many. There's so many. I mean, I could go with Broncos Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs losing. I mean, it's tough to win a game anytime, especially on the road for sure. I
Yeah.
think what definitely stuck out to me the most, probably not a huge wild card, but the Titans, man. Will Levis first start, freaking hitting
Ah,
D Hop. Of course, D Hop on my bench. Like, hopefully, I'll get some trade bait for him. But we're talking 4 receptions, 128 yards, 3 tutters. That's nuts.
that's
We're talking about
nuts.
scoring a tutter, like, I don't know, like 3 out of 4 times. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Almost
And
every
like,
time he touched the ball.
it makes you think it's like the AFC South is still pretty open. You're like, ooh, could this Titans team sneak it? I don't think Mike Vrabel is on the hot seat, but it's like I think it's kind of saves his
No.
job a little. I think it also kind of really not officially closes the door on Tannehill, but I was thinking about that. I low key like Tannehill. Like I know he was a Dolphin. I know he went to A&M and was a wide receiver, but he was fun to watch for a while. And when he went to
He
Tennessee,
was.
he was entertaining and he was a great fantasy quarterback. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
if this is it for him, I hope people really appreciate kind of like what he brought a little bit, or at least Titans fans for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right there, dude. I think when Tannehill was like starting out on Tennessee, he was pretty good. I mean, he had a couple of games of 4 touchdowns apiece, like, and
Yeah,
that's
and he was
without.
moving it with his legs and in the air, and like
Yes.
being behind Mariota, like he was a depth sign. Like just needed a
Yeah.
fresh start, and like at one point they were, I believe, the number one AFC team at one point.
Mm.
Like so,
Yep.
it didn't work out to resolve the championship, but still for something more than what other people end up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All
I
right.
don't know.
I did find my game. All right.
What was it? What was the game?
Congratulations, Carolina Panthers, for finally getting a dub. I thought y'all were gonna
Dude,
go
the
winless.
Panthers.
And of course, it had to be against the Houston Texans. Like number one and number two in the draft. I mean, it had to happen, I
It
guess. And
had to
apparently,
happen.
there was a stat that I heard from TikTok actually today. Wish I would have heard it earlier, but apparently Frank Reich is 3-0 off a bye, and now he's 4-0.
I believe it. I believe it. Frank Reich. All right, people give him a hard time. Like I know, you know, Indianapolis didn't work out, but I'm just
Yeah.
like I think he's still a good coach. I think especially
Yeah.
offensively, and like the hopes for Carolina fans are like not quite. They're basement level. They know they were going to be absolute dog crap this year. So I don't think that really stops them. But I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I bet. Ooh, that kind of helps my my under for under 6.5 for the Carolina Panthers. So,
Oh, there you go.
dude, fingers crossed, man. That was nice. That helped. Well, I mean, that's still looking good, even though they won one this week. But yeah, good for the
Right.
Carolina Panthers, dude.
Yeah.
How about it? Keep pounding, dude. Keep pounding. Dude,
Good
shout
job,
out
good job.
Tucker. Good job. Good job.
Yes.
But enough with last week. I'm sick of last
Yeah.
week. This is a week by week league. But real quick, Bengals beating the Niners.
I mean, look, man. We looked at the health depth chart. The Bengals were fully healthy, and I think something has to be going on with Brock Purdy. Maybe they made a game time decision putting him in, being on the concussion protocol or whatever.
Yeah.
Would Sam Darnold have played better?
Yes. I can't say that for
Maybe.
sure, but like
No.
I still believe in Sam Darnold. I don't know why.
I mean,
just
I
do.
think he's a good value add as a quarterback, just in general. I think he's able to learn
Sneaky athletic.
offenses. Yeah, and I don't know. I think the 49ers have been on a skid a little bit, and with this coming week, they finally get a bye week. So
that's much needed. I mean, hopefully they'll win the bye, get healthy. But I need this Bengals team to drop some games. I don't want to
same,
play.
same.
Oh, it's tough. But speaking of an AFC North team,
Mm.
Aaron, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Oh, because you're going. It's the
Yeah.
Steelers hosting primetime Thursday night. These Tennessee Titans, Oilers, whatever the heck you want to call them, they're coming in Acrisure Stadium. All right, and they're gonna play some foosball.
Look,
You can shut
man.
down Will Levis, dude.
Yes. All
He's
right.
one
Look,
and
you had a
zero,
good,
bro.
you had a
He's
good
one
game.
and zero.
You had a good game against the Atlanta Falcons. Come on, man. Come on.
Dude,
What pass rush do they have? Huh? What
the
pass
Dirty
rush?
Birds, bro.
Grady Garrett, yeah, Grady Jarrett, dude, he got hurt. He's out for the season now. I don't
Sad.
even know if yeah, very sad. Don't wish for any injuries. But I don't know if the Atlanta Falcons defense, or like at least that pass rush, is going to do anything for the rest of the year. Who knows? Maybe someone will
Who
step
knows?
up. But
We'll see.
who's on the Pittsburgh Steelers, Sean? Do you know
What?
the reigning defensive player of the year, TJ Watt, big man
EJ
Watt?
Watt.
Will Levis ain't never seen the likes of this corn-fed farmer boy,
That's how
big
you
ass
thought.
linebacker. And dude, look. So to be real, I
Yeah.
think the injuries on the offensive side are gonna play a factor. I mean, we have Kenny Pickett. That's a game time decision, at least from what I heard from the press conference today.
Mhm.
They're gonna wait till Wednesday to clear him. Um, I don't know if that's going to be a good decision, but Money Mitch, with a little bit of prep, he's been able to win some games. Actually, he won against
Yeah.
Tampa Bay coming in last minute last
Yeah.
season, and then he beat the team directly after that. So he's a serviceable guy. He's been a set. I think he's a 7-year vet now. Put your money on the Pittsburgh Steelers in prime time on Thursday night. I don't know if we're gonna wear our all black uniforms like we usually do for
Ooh, if
Thursday
they're in
nights,
the All Blacks, I'm all in.
but if they are, man, you better watch
I
out,
love those
baby.
All
And
Black unis.
Minka is officially out. Um,
No.
Hamstring injury sustained during the Jags game. Not
Sad.
enough time to get any rest in. So,
Big
but I
sad.
still think we're gonna play well.
Nice. Okay. I'm into it. Yeah. Dude, I want to pick these Steelers so bad. I love the
Do it
Steelers at
again.
home. I love
Do
Mike
it again.
Tomlin. Dude, they don't drop many games in a row. It doesn't matter. Like, I can't overthink this just because I can't think of a team more inconsistent in this league almost than the Tennessee Titans. Like, I know that they're close to 500. Like, there's really only a game difference between these two teams. But
Yeah.
that being said, rookie quarterback, only one real weapon. Bro, you hyped me up. I'm on the Steelers. I'm picking the Steelers to get an
Let's go.
at-home dub. All right, like lightning will not strike twice. We're gonna see what Will Levis does against a real defensive front, like you said,
That's what I'm saying.
and hopefully they'll get it done. And also, this Tennessee defense still kind of stinks, so
Yes.
hopefully that'll be a little easier on the offense with the Mitch or Kenny or whoever. So
Mason Rudolph. Ugh. Anyways,
shout out.
Holden. Who did Holden pick?
Dude,
Holden.
Holden. Oh yeah, Holden's not here. Under the weather.
Ugh.
Get better shoe, Holdy. Ho ho. Get better-
Tennessee. He picked
Go
Tennessee.
Figure, dude. Well,
Brother.
guess what? You're the only 10 I see.
Nice.
Never heard that one before. All right, dude. Let's
Nope.
keep it rocking and rolling. Let's get on to my game of the week. There's a lot of big deals on this game. This is a rematch of last year, which was unfortunately the Mar Hamlin game. So it's gonna be emotions gonna be riding high. It's same thing. I mean, it's gonna be in Cincinnati again. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how this goes. This Cincinnati team has been super inconsistent. Bills should have won by more against the Buccaneers. If you watch that game, they should have won by more. Really kind of let off the gas a little at the end. But I think it was like the best game Josh has played probably since Washington. And I know that was only a few weeks removed, but The offense looked good. It was balanced. They let Josh
Yeah.
be Josh. A little up tempo. Did not give defense time to set. I can't stand these Bengals. All right, I'm tired of hearing about Joe Burrow. I don't care how handsome he is. I don't care how good he was in college. I don't care. All right. Josh Allen's going to prove he's the better quarterback, and he's going to prove that all game long. All right. It's going to be a
All right.
shootout. It's going to be a shootout, and the Bills are going to come out on top.
Hey, I'll take a shootout on Sunday night, please. All these primetime games recently have just been really mediocre at best.
Yeah, not super duper great, but
So yeah, I'll ride the Bills with you, partially biased pick, but also, like you were saying, dude, I think the Bengals. I played a injured 49ers team. I
yeah.
think, Joe Burrow kind of showing that he can still run a little bit, okay, sure,
hmm
whatever. Um, you know, but also the Bills signing Leonard Fournette today, uh,
I like it. Practice
barring a
squad move.
physical.
I'm into
Yeah.
it, dude. Like, sure, why not? I'm, little RB depth, little goal line guy. I mean, because we just need a north south guy. Once we lost Harris, or I mean, I don't know if we've
Mm,
lost him, but he was a north south thumper. So if we need
yeah.
someone to just go goal line and just sacrifice the body, I'm all about it. But you being a stats guy, let me tell you something, Aaron. We're averaging more than 100 yards more per game on offense than this
Ooh.
Bengals team, and also we're letting up less yards, and our defense is absolutely busted. I know we had a hot start on defense of the year, and just injuries have gotten to us. But yeah, man, I don't know. And I will say one thing that really impressed me in the Tampa Bay game, Josh Norman
Yeah.
didn't play a ton at corner, but on special teams, my man was running down, laying hits, getting the
Okay.
boys hype. Just a great locker room presence. I love that. I'm hoping Josh Norman has another good game and maybe rub a little bit of that magic off on Leonard Fournette as well in case he
There
gets
you
his
go.
number called. So, freaking Holden's on the bad guys. What is up with this dude? He's got a vendetta against us, man. We gotta
I
talk to
mean,
him.
he chose the Bengals to be at the top of the North, and I get it. But I mean, a
Dude.
couple of good wins, against some teams that, maybe they thought that the Cincinnati Bengals would have dropped. I mean,
Yeah.
the only like big win that I think I've noticed from Cincinnati is this San Francisco game. I mean, the last one was the Seahawks, but they barely won.
Yeah.
Like,
hmm
I don't know, man. So, albeit, the I guess the second time they've scored 30 points, the first time was against the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I
Go figure.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Nice
they're going to
about
play a real team with a real offense. And if Josh spreads the ball around like he did last week,
dude.
sky's the limit, dude.
Bro, Kincaid, Davis, dude, it was super funny. After the game, they interviewed Gabe Davis about like why he was so open on that. He was like, "Oh, it's super easy. They triple team Steph," so I was just like
Yeah.
super wide open, and I was like, "That's amazing," but I also appreciate the humility, like
Yeah.
to
It's
just
like
be
pretty
like,
easy to do that.
"Yeah." It was like, "Yeah." It's like it wasn't, yeah, like it was just
I
me
will
out there
say,
on an island.
I have one more question, and it's
Saw,
kind of
dude.
been a fantasy thing for me,
Yeah,
like fantasy football. Um,
sure.
James Cook and Latavius Murray. What is up with the usage there? Because I feel like they kind of commit to James Cook a little bit, but
Mhm.
then Latavius Murray gets all the goal line touches, and I'm like, put Cook back in, please. Ah!
I don't know. I think we very much just like to run like pretty much just I don't know, Latavius Murray as more of like a third down back in a sense because he's a little bigger, better in pass pro. Also, it seems like last week against the Buccaneers, I don't think Cook got a lot of first quarter carries. I think they really started off like we're gonna pound the ball because Latavius Murray is big for a running back. I think it's like 6'3", six
Yeah,
five. Like he is a
yeah.
big running back. So just laying the wood early and then getting them a little tired. So then like James Cook is kind of like a change up, but definitely
Yeah.
gets used more in the pass game, and I think Cook should get used more. But hey, can't argue with results.
Yeah, yeah. If you're winning, who
I just care we
cares?
win ball games, man. I just care we win ball games, and I know all of them love to contribute to just a W. There's not a lot of
True.
egos on that team, believe it or not. But I could see a breakout game from him. Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
I,
please.
I could use
Please.
it. I sure could use it as
Yes.
a fantasy football owner of his. Keeping it in the AFC here, another potential playoffs on the line here. Huge game, international game playing in Frankfurt,
Ooh,
Germany. Oh, sehr
Germany.
good. Yeah, Germany. They
Ja,
want to play the footballs and drink all the beers.
the
And then,
Glockenspiel.
oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Gee.
Dude, Dolphins, Chiefs. Chiefs favored in this one. like a home team, but not at home.
No.
Yeah, man. I don't know who I want. I guess like mentally, I want the Chiefs to win here
Yeah.
because I need Dolphins to lose some games. I really needed New England to do an upset, and they give them a good run for their money. But maybe later in the
Yeah.
year, who knows?
Yeah.
But the Chiefs, they can just win the FC West, and that's fine. That's fine. Uh, as a betting man, I'm taking the Dolphins, and if I was not partially biased, I would absolutely take Miami as a dog plus 2.5. Absolutely would, no question.
I can't agree with you more, dude. I mean, just the sheer fact of how strong Miami's offense is, just from game to game, no matter what, you're getting a Tyreek Hill touchdown or a long bomb to Tyreek Hill, and then
Yep,
you still
Jalen
got Waddle, you
Waddle.
still got Mostert. I don't know
Mm,
when HN comes back. I think he's still.
I think he's due for return. I don't know. I know Mo starter. Like there was another one that was I think injured in the offseason and came back and just is a favorite of Mike McDaniels. So, but no,
Yeah.
this Dolphins team is still good. Still very,
Also,
very good.
Jalen Ramsey came back, got a pick
Burnt toast.
immediately. Okay, we'll see. But I do see a Tyreek Hill revenge game here. I think he's going to show Patrick Mahomes what he's been missing. And I think the Miami Dolphins are going to convincingly beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Frankfurt.
I'm into that. I wonder if Hill's gonna be like, Pat, should have gave some of that money to me, man. We could have kept this rolling.
Yeah,
You, me, and Kelsey, man. It could have been a whole thing,
dude.
and just not anymore. So I don't know. He's still a piece of garbage, but that's fine.
Well,
Holden, I won't say he's partially biased, but just he's buying into the media hype. He's taking the Chiefs here. He's like Patrick Mahomes doesn't lose back-to-back games. Andy Reid doesn't lose back-to-back games. But it is in Germany, dude. I don't even know if Patrick Mahomes has even played an international game. I'm almost positive the Dolphins have.
I was going to
Almost
say,
positive.
does Kansas City have a following in Germany? Like, is that why they're there? I don't know.
No, I think it's kind of random. I'm trying to think of who else played there. I know Tom Brady played there last year. And
Right.
I think maybe there was another one. I think it's just because Patrick Mahomes is a big name, and Kelsey now obviously
Yeah.
or sorry, not Kelsey. Yeah, Kelsey obviously because of Taylor Swift. But I
Yeah.
know Miami has a solid international following. I imagine
Okay.
Miami's pretty solid international city. Kansas City, not so much. I think they call it the Paris of the Midwest, or maybe that's
The
Detroit.
Paris of the Midwest.
Yeah, it's one of those.
What?
Look it up, dude. It's a thing. I think there's
I'm
like two or
gonna.
three cities that like it's the Paris of the Midwest.
I
Like I
gotta
know it's
see
the
this.
gateway to the West. It might be
Hold
Detroit.
on. Paris
It's
of the Midwest. 8 cities known as the Paris of the Midwest. There's.
yeah,
Okay, wait, hold on. Midwest. Okay. Oh no, Paris of the West. Hold on.
yeah.
Hold
The
on.
Paris of the Midwest.
Anyways. Oh no, Detroit. It is Detroit.
Okay, and then Kansas City's gateway to the West because of all the gateway urches. But
Yes.
enough of that game. This game sucks. All right, let's move it over to a nice East Coast stateside game here. Your hated and loathed Baltimore Ravens are hosting Phil Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks, dude.
Dude. Frick, dude.
Gonna show them how to cook crabs, man. They're gonna steam them, not boil them. Baltimore favored by 5.5 here. I'm on the Ravens. I just can't dog the Ravens at home, man. They looked so good the last 2 weeks. I mean, they should have covered against Arizona. I don't forget that Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson. Joe Flacco would have covered there. He would have covered.
Oh my gosh. All right, did you like actually see the snippet of the refs moving the ball back for a favorable spot for the
No.
Ravens defense? And like Josh Dobbs was like, "Dude, I just saw you do that." And the ref's like, "Hey man, go back to your sideline. Go back to your sideline." And like nobody's either nobody's talking about it or it's just like, "What? Are we just gonna let this slide?"
I don't
Like,
know, man. That's a tough one. I don't
and
know
they
if
were
it's any
close
there.
too. Like
Yeah.
I think it was within like 8 points at least. So I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they
whatever,
needed
man.
another onside kick to go their way. But yeah, dude, I'm on the Ravens here. I like the Ravens at home. And I believe they've covered every game at home. So add the spread to my card. This is a good Seahawks team.
Boo.
But I know, dude, I don't want the Ravens to be good. That freaking Mark Andrews kid, he can catch a
He really
foosball, man.
can. He really can.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what,
Are you partially biased?
I'm partially biased.
Oh, I love to hear
It's
it.
the Sea Chickens. Give me the Seahawks. I like what they did against Cleveland. They came close to beating the Bengals. They're probably going to whoop our ass when they play us. Let's see them beat the Ravens. Like if they can take down at least half the AFC North and then lose to us on the back end,
Yeah,
I'm fine by that. I'm fine by
dude.
that. Give me the Sea
Enemy, my enemy
Chickens.
is my friend.
And you know what's crazy is they're 2-1 away. They're not that bad.
No, no. Seahawks are a good football team by all means. 5-2. You're winning half your
Yeah,
games. It's a
yeah.
tough league. It's a tough league. Let's see what Holden is on here. He is golly.
He's on
Baltimore. Go
Baltimore. Yep.
figure. He loves Lamar Jackson. Wishes he was in the Commander's
Go,
uniform. Go
go,
Vikings.
just
Dude.
go.
Yeah, Stavros has to do so much for I feel the
Oh
Baltimore
yeah,
economy. It's
dude.
just
I'm pretty sure. I think the Orioles. Is it a crow? I guess the Orioles bird showed up at one of his shows.
a
All right.
Baltimore Oriole.
Yeah. Yeah. Baltimore Oriole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lame.
Lame.
Stupid.
Could be a stupid, could be a pirate.
Who likes bird teams, anyways? Come on.
A lot of people, a lot of birds out there.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Go to the
okay.
next game.
Oh, next game.
Go to
Next
the
game,
next
next
game.
game. Speaking of birds, dude, Desert Arizona Cardinals,
Mm.
Arizona.
Here's
This is how we say Arizona in Tucson. Um,
Tucson.
yeah, so they're gonna be traveling to Cleveland. They're gonna play the Brownies. Browns are favored by -8. Backup QB, all that nonsense. Maybe we'll get a Holden pick here first. He's on Cleveland. No freaking wow, no surprise there. I'm in Cleveland as well. I'm gonna take the Cardinals to cover, and that sounds so hard to say out loud. But this Cleveland team, not at full power, is tough. They are
Yep.
gritty. Their defense is good. They run the damn football behind a great O line, but this Cardinals team has some fight.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs is making the case for him to be a journeyman backup for the next 5 years if he wants.
Honestly, dude, he like you said, he's not playing bad, and this team is always in the game. Like they are
Yeah.
still scoring a bunch of points.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm gonna make my third partially biased pick and go Arizona. Caw. Go Birds. I'm officially a Bird fan.
You love the birds. Yo, speaking of which, and this is partially biased.
biased.
The show with biased
so
takes from biased fans, partially. All right, had to get that out of the way. Almost forgot to do that. Can never forget to do your intro halfway through the show. Uh, moving it on here, another AFC NFC matchup. Buccaneers traveling to Houston, Tejas to play the Texans, both off a loss. Houston favored at home -2.5. Aaron, did Vegas get this line right?
I don't know. I mean, these two teams could arguably go for a shootout here because I
Mhm.
mean, Tampa Bay's offense is still playing pretty well from what I can tell, and then
Yeah.
Houston's kind of taking a slide a little bit. I know losing to Carolina, I guess they were going to play each other close. I don't know. I really didn't see that coming.
Sure.
But when it comes to Tampa Bay and chewing up opposing teams' defenses and their secondaries specifically, I kind of like Mike Evans and Godwin to do that here. So I think we're going to take them over Houston.
That's bold. I like that. I do like that. I do like this Tampa team. Always going to have a soft spot for Baker. Mike Evans, I'll say it every time we talk about him. Future Hall of Famer. Vita Vea, stud. Todd Bowles, not a bad head coach. I hate to say it, even though he's the coach of the Jets.
Right.
But yeah, dude, that was Houston's that was shoot, what's the rookie quarterback's name here? I got it right in front of me. CJ Stroud. That was the first bad game that he's played all season, and I think that's bound to happen with rookie quarterbacks, especially not a super overly talented Texans team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Bucks seem a little banged up. I'm gonna take the home team. I'm gonna take the Texans. I'm real tempted to take the spread here, but because
Okay.
2.5 does seem right to me. But all right, let's see
What
what
are holding
Holdy has here. He's gone Houston as well. He's on the home team as well. Smart man. Always knew he would. But
Rip.
keeping it moving
Sorry.
here. Huge NFC matchup. Chicago Bears going down the Big Easy to play the New Orleans Saints. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah, bro.
Love that.
Yeah. Saw that from an ad from my friend Shannon, who grew up a New Orleans Saints fan, and apparently it was like an advertisement. Her and her brother always say it, and now it's always in my head when I think about that
Nice.
team. Yeah, dude's pretty sick. Um, but yeah, Bears are playing the Marlins. Saints had a big dub last week against a scrappy Colts team. Like
Yeah.
I was a little shocked, you know.
Someone called that. I don't know who did.
You would ever call such that dude must know ball though.
He
I
might.
knew that
He
much.
might.
He might know
Uh,
ball. Just a little bit of ball.
a little bit.
Shoot. Dude, remind me, was last week on the road or on the home?
It
That was at
was.
Indy. That's
Yes.
crazy. That's why I was on Indy. All right. I'm on the Saints here. I'm gonna take them to cover. I think maybe they're
Yeah.
getting a little steam here. They look good. Carr looked good. This defense is good. Bears just still have a ton of injuries. So I'm on Saints, and I'm gonna take the points. Holden to Chironi. Let's see. Does he have anyone listed here? It's so hard to read this. He did not pick anyone in this game.
Really?
I don't think so. I'm gonna make a pick for him. Oh no, he did. It's just not capitalized, and I'm dumb. He's on the Saints.
The Saints.
Earn.
I am also marching with the Saints here, dude. Chicago is dead. They're vying for first pick in the draft. And the New Orleans Saints, like you said, had a very convincing win on offense. Not even
Yeah.
just the defense playing well. Like
Yes.
Shaheed, I believe, is like the number one wide receiver. Like right now, just in terms of yards. I know
Mhm.
Olave's on there as like receptions and yards
Yep.
and
Yep. 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 Yep.
touchdowns. But Kamara, dude, Kamara's making a huge difference.
Yeah.
Just
Just in the
catching the ball
passing
out of
game
the
alone.
backfield. Yes. So I think New Orleans going to steamroll at home.
Let's hope so. I mean, they do love their Saints down there. But let me tell you something. Frick Taysom Hill, dude.
Dude,
Absolutely crushed me my other
he's
league. I hate it. I was like, we're still doing this. Like when he started doing this like 3 years ago, it was cute and it was funny. It's like you can list him as a quarterback, a wide receiver, or a tight end. Like, and I was like, yeah.
he is a touchdown vulture in fantasy. He takes away all the reps from all the current relevant players. I don't know. They use him as a Swiss Army knife, and that's just something we got to deal with, man.
Dumb. I like it for the Mormon boy, but I hate
Yeah,
it for
BYU
me.
product.
Go Cougs. No. That's how they all got to talk up there. It's like, oh, where's my credit card? Like, well, there sure is a lot of snow on the mountains today. Like,
Glad there's
anyway,
no alcohol available after 9 p.m.
thank goodness. Oh, that'd be horrible. Keeping it in the NFC, we got Falcons, Vikings, Vikings without Kirk Cousins. They still got the dubber though. Falcons. I think they were off a tough one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah, against
Falcons just came off a
Tennessee.
loss.
Yeah, so it's tough, dude. Did Vikings stand a chance? I still feel they're not a bad team. Um,
Ah, you
There's
know,
most important position in football.
I
No
think
Justin Jefferson.
Kirk was one of the biggest things still holding them up. I mean, their offensive line was playing all right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Addison's still playing really well. I
Oh
like
yeah.
how many touches he's gotten,
Hmm.
but I don't know if this Jaron Hall person's ever played a snap of NFL football. Um, that's the backup for
I know
Minnesota.
they let some kid get a few reps last week, whatever the rookie was that they drafted, but I mean,
Yeah, I think it's got to be
that's
him. Let's see his player profile here. Jaron Hall, BYU. Funny.
go figure.
Um, yep.
They're
Okay.
known to produce
Yeah.
quarterbacks. I mean, Zach Wilson. Come on. The
Yeah.
list goes on and on.
We
Yeah,
shall
dude.
see.
We will see. You're on Falcons.
Um, I gotta. I don't know
Facts,
how
dude.
Minnesota's gonna do it. I just don't know how this guy's gonna run their offense. I don't know how good he is. So
That is a
yeah,
good
that's where
point.
I'm
That is a
at.
good point. Let's see. Freaking Holden Smoocheroni. Golly, I can't read this. We got to do it better next week. I don't. Okay. All right. Now I'm
You
almost
said
positive.
Minnesota.
Gosh
That's what they're
darn
going.
it. Wow, dude. Look at you knowing how to read, just rubbing it in. You and your
I read good.
eyes. Come on, you know I wear glasses. Oh,
Sorry, dude.
dang,
I'll make sure to
He's not
accommodate it.
Minnesota. That's whack.
I think
He's on crack, dude.
probably he probably didn't hear the news about Kirk. Maybe I don't know,
Nah, he had to have. He had to have.
or he
He's
just
just
thinks
thinking it doesn't
Addison's
matter.
yeah, just that
He's
much
trying to
better
fade
than it.
us. He's like everyone else is gonna be on Atlanta, so I'm gonna be on Minnesota. I'm on Atlanta. I'm really tempted to take the spread here. I think that's about right. Yeah, just the
4.5
fact that what is it? Desmond Riddler, although benched last week, still
for
undefeated in
Heineke.
all home for for Heineke, Washington legend. At least that's what they say up here. Golly, that was the cringiest thing during XFL season. They should have
Oh
signed
my
him. He was
God,
so good. I was like,
jeez.
he's all right for a while. But let's move
Yeah.
it on to a more competitive game. A little more at stake here. LA Rams traveling to Lambeau to pay the Packers, who just got off both of them tough losses. Yeah, man. Am I crazy picking the Rams?
I don't blame you, to be honest. I think they have the what I would think would be the better offense. I did see Stafford like really holding his thumb during the game,
Ooh,
so I don't know if he's gonna be like
dude,
hurt.
throwing arm, throwing hand.
I think
He's a
yeah, it was
righty.
his
He's a
right arm.
righty.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So
That might impact this
and
pick for me. Okay,
you know
final answer. I'm on the Rams. If Stafford doesn't play, I'm on the Packers.
okay.
But I low key think this Packers team's kind of dead.
I think their defense is getting exposed. I think Jair Alexander's actually taking L after L after L.
Dude, I told you, I've been saying this for like 2 years. He's not that good. Like he's good.
And
He's not
I
that
think
good.
what Savage, the safety Savage is out for the season, I
Yeah.
think. So
Darnell Savage.
Darnell Savage, yeah,
Pretty good.
unfortunate,
Pretty good.
but I mean, you're forcing this guy to take number one reps, and he's getting dogged by Addison. So I mean, I don't know. You're gonna let a rookie do that to you, dog? Like I don't know.
Sometimes
Your
you ain't got
top
a
tier
choice,
corner,
man. You ain't got a choice,
and then you're
man.
about to play a team with Cooper Kupp, who has kind of been silent for the past two games, and Puka
Yeah.
Nakua, rookie sensation. I'm gonna go with the LA Rams too. I'm going La La Land.
Nice. Oh, dude, shout out Tinseltown, man. Let's see what the two Tornado picked here. I swear I will read this one. I promise. Wait, is it LA and Green Bay? I don't see a GB. I don't see an LA. All right, Aaron, you read it. I can't see it.
No, I don't
It's
think you
not
picked
there.
this one. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Finally, I'm right. Third time's a charm. Let's pick for him. He loves Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be on the Packers.
Okay.
No, he's not. I know his pick. Because he's going to hold out for some hope of a wild card spot. Yeah, he's on the Packers because he doesn't want to root for the Rams.
Right.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
I'm in his head. I'm in his head.
Rent free.
Rent free. Always is in Washington. Changes every 4 years. Speaking of Washington, dude, these commies got to go up to Foxborough, and I think they're gonna help the Patriots get back maybe on track, or just give some Bostonians some more hope. I don't know.
So you're not picking Washington here, dude?
I mean, I do. They put up a lot of points. They look good. I mean, but last week when I said it was Philly -7, they still covered. Still
That's
covered.
good. That's good.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. I mean, obviously we have a huge, I don't say a huge asterisk on all of our slates and our picks recording on a Monday, with Thursday being the trade deadline. I've heard a lot of rumors, I'm sure as you have, of
Yep.
Montez Sweat getting offers for third round picks. I'm surprised it's not Chase Young.
I mean, Chase
If
Young has
I'm,
the injury history, so
I mean, yeah, but like I feel if you keep him, you're paying up the wazoo, and I
oh,
feel if
for
you're a
sure.
team who's interested in him, you're also overpaying because defensive ends get overpaid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Montez Sweat is a more proven product. Why do you let that walk? Just kind of like transition that money you would have spent on Young and gone to
Right.
there. My
So
dream
you think
scenario,
they should keep Sweat
yeah, I would
and
keep Sweat.
shop? Yeah, I
I,
agree.
I would shop
I
a lot of
mean,
things, man.
I mean, I think, like you said, Young hasn't had the production, and unfortunately, for him, because he was a phenom coming out of college, and
Yeah.
he was good his rookie season, and then just
Mm-hmm.
can't stay healthy.
Yep.
Sweat's out there being productive on a team that could do better if both of them were healthy, but it's just not a thing at the time.
I mean, time and time again, I'll keep saying it. Your best ability is your availability. It's just weird on what Washington wants to do. Obviously, new ownership. I think we can almost confidently say, like, barring a dramatic turnaround, this is Ron's last season in Washington. Whether he even makes it to the end of the season is beyond me. You might want to see what's his face, the old Kansas City offensive coordinator, like see what he does with full reign.
Vienemy? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the enemy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I think a lot of people thought that Vienemy was going to take over a head coaching spot last season. Like, I don't think anyone thought that he was going to make a lateral move.
yeah,
And, for what it's worth, the offense is clicking, defense is not. So
I
if
feel
you
it's
want
every
to
other game though. It's every other game.
that's another thing. It's like, is Jack Del Rio the problem, or is it the head coach? Is it Riverboat Ron? I think it's
I don't know. I
probably
think it's execution. I
yeah,
mean, just looking back, it's like they lit up 37 against us. They lit up 33 against the Broncos. Granted, they scored 35. Just going through some others here, let up 40 points against the Bears. Granted, Justin Fields had a day.
yeah, he did.
But then last week to the Giants, it's like you hold them to 14 points, but your offense is only able to give you 7. So it's just a super. I think a lot of teams have been inconsistent, and it's tough to be consistent. Obviously, there only can be a few great teams in this small of a league, but yeah, man, I think it all comes down to what like Washington wants to do. Are you selling everything and you're saying we're going full rebuild, we're offloading contracts, we're trying to get draft value, whatever, because a new guy's going to come in anyway and get his guys?
I mean, what was the reason of drafting Sam Howell, if that was the case? Like,
I think it was depth. I think it was just depth. I don't think it was. I don't think he was an elite prospect. I think maybe if he came out a year earlier, he would have been one of those guys like that would have been taken because it was a weaker quarterback draft that year.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, he's not a bad player. He can sling the rock. A
yeah.
little undersized maybe, but athletic for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just the wide receivers had a day too. It's just something is like just off, and it's like I think they need to determine. It's like, okay, do we try to sell out and salvage the season? Is that viable for long-term success, or do we blow it up? We kind of start from scratch, and then we just try to get draft allocations. Because to think of another team, like I know Chicago fans are probably really miserable, but
Mm,
everything that every media pundit keeps on mentioning is like, oh, they have 2 first-round draft picks next year, and the
that's
other one
true.
is going to be a super high one because Carolina sucks as well.
Yep.
So
I mean, you got a point for real. I mean, if you're gonna blow up the defense, I guess, let the new
well, that's
guy,
where the most
whoever
money
comes in.
is. It's all
Yeah,
in Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, who I guess are
which
good, but
well, they're pretty good. I mean, if
they're
you
good.
if you were gonna start a defense around those two guys, no problem whatsoever. It's just trying to fill out the other holes that are gonna come with it. I
But
mean,
they're not
like,
Chris Jones. No
no.
one is,
You're not going to pay them Chris Jones money, or you're not going to pay
but they are almost.
are they?
I'm almost
What is their
positive. Like let's like all right, quick thing.
contract?
Highest paid
So,
defensive tackles or whatever D lineman. Okay, so we
okay,
got
so Deron Payne is making 4 year 90 million. That includes 60 million guaranteed.
yes. Golly, this
That's pretty high paid.
Sport Track. Here we go. Number 1, Aaron Donalds, Quinn Williams, Jeffrey Simmons, whatever. Deron Payne, number 4,
Okay,
getting an average of 22 and a half a year. Chris Jones, grant I think it was a 1 year deal, 19.5.
right.
But then on the same list at number 9, Jonathan Allen, $18 million. So we're talking about tied up in just these 2 players alone, $40 million of
How
cap
much was
space.
Jonathan Allen again? Say it again.
Jonathan Allen, 18 mil. Deron
Okay,
Payne, 22.5. And that's on an average. That's, obviously that fluctuates
right.
and all that stuff. But like
Incentives.
per comparison, and like not like he's the best defensive tackle ever, but we just signed Ed
Hmm.
Oliver to a deal, and he's been actually balling out, even though he did miss a game, but he's at 17. And I'm like, when you have 2 guys, I don't know what the
Yeah,
recipe for success is. I'm not in coaching, but it just seems a little weird when you look at all these other teams. They're like, huh, for defensive tackles, no one else really pays quite that much, do they?
no.
Like, so I don't know, especially guys who are probably a little younger. But again, that's just me. I think they
Yeah,
are at a crossroads Thursday will show us a lot, whether they start having a yard sale, all sales are final, all things must go,
Right.
or not.
Hmm.
But that being said, I guess we have to make a pick here. You know what? Yeah, we didn't even get there. Let's see if Holden did he reverse psychology himself. This is really good. He picked
No,
Washington.
he didn't. Yeah, he spelled it out for us.
I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna take Washington as well. I gotta be partially biased. I can't stand the Pats. Um, Pats are a beatable team. Commanders are just a few plays short. Aaron,
You know what? I'm gonna tail it. I'm gonna tail it. I don't like the
one last
Patriots either.
time.
And I honestly, I still think the Patriots are the team that we think they are. They are bad. They just have weird staple wins. One being a division game. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Cool. Against a very injured Bills defense. Nice. The
yeah,
one time Patriots offense like scores anything over 20 points.
yep,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington as well.
yeah. I think that's do or die. I think dudes will be playing for a lot. So, and whatever. I guess the Pats are too, but frick them. All right, let's move it on. That's probably the most we talked about the Commanders all year.
For real.
Barring
Without
have
Holden too.
without Holden, yeah. Besides having Anthony Armstrong, but yeah, man.
Sure.
Colts Panthers. I'll try to keep this one quick. I'm on the Colts. Panthers, great. Y'all got to win. I know you're going to be at home. This Colts team is so feisty, and that's all I got. I'm taking Indianapolis minus 2.5 on my card.
Okay. You really like these 2.5 games versus like something around like 5 or 6?
It's tough. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm switching my strategy. I think the first 2 to 3 weeks I did really well and same thing with college football as well, where it was like, oh, good teams playing bad teams, don't overthink it. But then slowly, I
Right.
think Vegas has like corrected that, just enough. Like I think I lost by a hook for the Ohio State game, and that was kind of frustrating. But that happens. Yeah, and I think they're correcting, and now you're going to see more teams covering, like
Okay.
Arizona covering. Like I mean, that was kind of close, but just like
Yeah.
more underdogs are kind of injuries, any given Sunday, whatever you want to say.
Right.
More tape being out on teams.
True.
So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
With that, I'll take the Colts too. I like them as the better team here. Look, if
Mhm.
the Carolina Panthers can somehow continue what they've been up to this, 1 week, go ahead. Be my guest.
Be
Show
my
the
guest.
AFC South that you mean business. Otherwise, get out of the way because I think the Colts are gonna run all over them.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure. I kind of also realized I didn't totally answer your question, but yeah, this just feels like a field goal game to me. Like that
mm,
feels about right. I think it probably could be more, but I think it'll be at least that. Holden is on the Panthers. Shout out Tucker. Oh, he's picking a home team here. Maybe he just liked what he saw last week. Maybe it's weird. Very odd. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see. Going here to another bottom of the barrel game. Damn, I don't even know who's on buys, but I feel like all the good teams are on a buy, or just
it's
we've already been through them.
Denver, Detroit, San Fran, and Jacksonville.
That's why. Listen,
So,
Duval, man, freaked me up. New York Giants traveling to the desert of Las Vegas. Las Vegas favored -3. I hate this game so much, Aaron. I hate it so much. I
it's
think it's the
really
one.
bad.
It's horrible. Like
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know if I can pick a team. Are you leaning some way?
I'm leaning Giants, dude. I like Giants better here, dude. Think about it. Think about it. All right,
Think about it.
Las Vegas, and they'll show you tonight, dude. They're not good. They are not good. And like
Mason
on
Crosby's
defense,
good, I guess.
hey, Mason Crosby, great player. Trade him. Trade him. You need the draft capital because you're still going to be at the bottom of the league. Promise. You're in a division with Patrick Mahomes,
Justin
I guess
Herbert.
a serviceable Denver team who still lost to you in week 1, but they've gotten better, at least from what I can tell. They've beaten a couple teams that I thought would have beaten them, so whatever. But
Yeah.
Las Vegas to me is more like, I guess, the Patriots just without a defense. Like, they're not good. They're not good. So I'm going to take the Giants here. I think the Giants bounce back. Maybe Saquon has a little bit of a revenge game. I like New York's defense, actually. As weird as that sounds in this game, Devante Adams really hasn't hit a stride. I think Jimmy Garoppolo technically starts this game.
Yeah, he's not listed on the injured reserve right now.
Yeah, so I like the Giants here. I think they should. Daniel Jones is coming back. He's cleared for contact. I just cannot pick the Raiders. I can't.
That's really wrong. I'm picking the Raiders. I don't. I
Tell me
mean,
why. Tell me why.
the,
You just think the Giants stink? Like,
the Giants do stink. Do not get me wrong. They
fair,
are
fair.
like they should have been obliterated against us. That was embarrassing how close that was. Call it Tyrod revenge game ish or not. But yeah, dude. I don't know if Jimmy G can play a full game. Yeah, they win. Like, but also you gotta give Devante Adams targets. You got to give him his lion's share, especially on a bad team. Like, I don't know. I think it's just quarterback health for the Giants for me for the G-men. I don't trust that Daniel Jones is fully healthy, and even when he is fully healthy, he really doesn't do it for me. I forgot there was something probably from our friends over at Part of My Take. I think they
Mm.
mentioned something about the stats that Tyrod's been able to accumulate in 2 starts, and I think it was like passer
Oh,
rating, touchdowns, and lack of turnovers. Like that combination has not been achieved by Daniel Jones in one single game,
yep.
and that was just eye-opening to me. And it's weird because you and me, these people not in these positions, are like, wouldn't this team be a little bit
Maybe you
like
paid him
Daniel?
all that money.
Dude, I feel bad for Brian Dable, but spin zone, like a little like what do they call it, like Schadenfreude or whatever? Like it's like German for like pleasure from other people's pain or misery.
Oh,
Yeah, something like
I don't,
that.
I don't know what it is.
Anyway,
Masochist. I don't know.
maybe. But if Brian Dable it doesn't work out in New York, I'm
Do
just
you think
saying.
he's on the hot seat after making the playoffs a year ago?
Nah, they'll probably get. I mean, it's just so tough, I think, for New York because the media cycle there is just so aggressive. Like, they will run you out of town. They tried to run off Tom Coughlin twice, and they won 2 bowls for him. They were like, I don't know, I think he's too old. I don't think he's getting it done. Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
dude.
to be completely fair with the Tom Coughlin thing, they're doing that with Mike Tomlin right now in Pittsburgh. They don't think he's, being a good head coach, and he's gotten like they take his snippet of the Super Bowls that he's won with Pittsburgh and like just trash it. It's like, okay, well, you're 3-7 in the playoffs. You're not a good head coach. He needs to be fired. There are some people, like again, I know we talk about this like Facebook fan or the
You
social media fan.
grind
They
my
come in
gears.
there. Yeah, they come in here and they're just like, "Oh, he should have been fired like 2017." It's like 2017. You mean when we were making the playoffs, had playoff wins, had great talent, had a Big Ben? They're like, "Yeah, and he squandered it. He squandered Big Ben's prime." And it's just like, dude, there are
Okay, dude, you got 2 rings out of him. Like, get out of
so
here.
many other factors. It's just like, why are
Especially like
you?
during Tom Brady and the New England Patriots prime. Like you can't have it all here. Okay.
Exactly. So again, I think for that whole debacle, I don't listen to anybody on that stuff. It's just like you're gonna run him out of town just because he's not playing well right now. And I get it. The league is a "what have you done for me lately"
Absolutely.
meritocracy.
Good word.
And I don't think Las Vegas has the juice, dude. Josh Jacobs hasn't been up to form.
I
Uh,
know.
Devante Adams has
Horrible.
3 touchdowns on the season, dude.
Dude, he's pissed.
D Hop just got that last game.
But Diop really hasn't
Jamar
done much.
Jamar Chase just got that on week 7, dude, or week 6, or whatever it was. I
True.
don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, hey, Devante Adams, he chased that bag and he made that bed and he's sleeping in it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like you can be the highest paid player on a very bad team, or you can still be a very highly paid player because you're a professional athlete and you're wide receiver number one.
Yep.
And you're out here getting Taco Bell endorsements, like you know what I mean? Like, and you can win some games. And I'm not surprised because who's probably his best buddy? Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers did the exact same damn thing. And he said, I'm going to get my bag just how he did. And he's
Yeah.
seeing how that goes. You can't be the highest paid at any position, then like demand a trade when shit doesn't go your way.
Right. So one last thing on Devonte Adams.
Yeah, dude.
So there was something I heard today, and they were like, possible trade candidates for the trade deadline. Think about this.
I'm
Devonte
thinking about it.
Adams, Devonte Adams in
Yes.
Detroit.
Dude, that'd be so dirty. I just don't know what you trade for him.
I
Is it a
mean, the
first?
next fourth first round picks. I don't know. I mean,
No.
I mean,
Might be
like,
some player comp and a first, like because his contract is huge. I don't think there's a ton of teams that can absorb it. Granted, the cap is just made up; it changes all the time. There's all these wiggle rooms around it.
I
Like,
mean, I'm sure they could restructure to something more affordable. Maybe not like breaking it down piece by piece to a more affordable contract, but I'm sure they could let go of a few key players for Las Vegas to have, like, I don't know, Josh Reynolds or some other, tight end that you're not using because Laporta's in there making plays. Like, I don't know. You could throw a bunch of players in there. I don't know. Just
you
think.
could.
Just think.
I like it. I
J-
like the idea. Holden is on Vegas because he's partially biased. I love that. I love that for him.
True.
Yeah, dude, just two more games right up here. We'll get us some best bets and get you on out here.
Woo.
Now this is a game. I'm surprised this isn't prime time. Loki kind of should be. Um, but I'm still fine with the Bills having it. I love the Bills being on prime time. Like Thursday, it just hit me. I was sitting in the bar and I was like, I remember being a kid and not being able to watch the Bills because it was before the Sunday ticket, it was before the illegal streaming, you
Yep.
know. And you're like, I just want to watch my guys play. And you'd have to wait, and we would just not get a primetime game. And
And if you
um,
did, it was against like the best
mm,
team in the league, and you would get your shit kicked in on prime time.
yeah, I was like, great, I get to watch us lose against the Patriots. This is so sick. Like,
Dude.
so yeah, I'll always just be like, no, I'm gonna watch it till the very last play. I'm gonna soak it all in. Like,
Yes.
but we're talking about this game, not that game. Cowboys, Eagles in Philly. I'm on the Birds. I'm taking -3 now. I'm taking -3. I
I
know the
like it.
boys had a good win, but we know what happened last time. They played a good defense. I still believe in this Philly team. This Philly team is so good.
It really is. And
So
like,
good.
I think it's appropriate that they keep it around this line, 3, and honestly, it's even. It's like 50-50 split on the matchup predictor. It's like 49.7 versus 49.9.
Hmm.
I like the Birds as well. I don't think Dallas has the secondary to keep up, but also CD Lamb, dude. Shout out to CD Lamb for 2 touchdowns and what, like a buck
Pretty
70? I
good.
don't know.
Yeah.
Like a really good showing against the Rams, but the
Hmm.
Eagles are much better than the Rams,
Yeah.
and they actually have something to show for it. Also, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts got some props for them for the best bets.
Yes,
I think I'm just
sir.
gonna maintain it for the next couple weeks until I'm wrong.
Dude, I'm with you.
Who's holding on? Probably a tie.
Oh, Holden? Oh,
Yeah.
geez. That's a great question. Oh, he's on Philly. He's being
I
partially
mean,
biased. He's
I
hoping
mean
that
he.
the Washington can win out and sweep Cowboys and somehow get a wild card. I'm,
I
I'm,
mean,
I see what he's
I
doing.
yeah. I think you're right. And honestly, like, I think we have to accept Philly as a front runner for the rest of the season. No, like,
Oh no,
I
you're
don't see
seven and
too
one.
many
I mean,
games.
what you need to win three more to probably get the playoffs. I don't know who else they have on their schedule. I know they have us, but I
So,
assume you could fumble your way into the playoffs, whether it be the number one seed. I don't know,
I
but
mean, so they
don't
got
matter.
the
Don't matter.
Cowboys, got the Chiefs at Arrowhead,
Don't
Buffalo
matter.
at home, 49ers, which right now doesn't look like a big
I
matchup.
know, but still, ugh.
Dallas again, and then Seahawks, Giants, Cardinals, Giants, and that's it.
They're
So
definitely
they're
getting three
ending
there.
their last 3 are pretty easy.
Yeah, no, those are good for them. But you're on the birds,
You're
dude. Fly, Eagles, fly.
fly,
Fly.
Eagles.
Which brings us to our Monday night special, the last game of the slate. I took way too many games on this slate. It's not a good habit, but it is what it is. Chargers are going to the Meadowlands to play the Jets.
Prime time again.
Dude, golly, they just saw Aaron Rodgers and the marketing department went crazy. They were like,
Mm,
I hate this. I'll keep it short. I gotta be partially biased, dude. I mean, this and the Chargers team looked good. I mean, I know it's against a bad Bears team, but dude,
oh man.
what's his face? Flowy Locks boy, Oregon, Justin Herbert. I almost
Yep.
wanted to say Jalen Herbert, but that would be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he was slanging that rock, dude. He was slanging it.
he was. And
So,
Austin Eckler got back in the end zone finally. So
yep, 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 yep.
a
Off
lot
of
of fantasy
passes.
owners. Yeah, yeah. A lot of
Off
fantasy owners happy about that.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I think I'm gonna tail you there. I New, I don't know. The Jets defense is really good. At
So
least
good.
from what I can tell, they are the most consistent thing, at least for that team. Besides Zach Wilson and what the last 25 seconds in overtime, getting them in position to make that field goal.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I hope that the Chargers don't underperform
Yep.
against a team like this.
Hmm.
Like just take care of the football, Herbert. Just take care of the football
Exactly.
and throw it to Keenan Allen. That's all you need to do. And Eckler, I guess.
I
I just
guess.
I don't know. That last night was the only time I really saw the Chargers defense like actually do something in prime time. I know
Yeah.
there were other games when Khalil Mack got 6 sacks, whatever. But
Yeah.
like Joey Bosa getting a couple of hits and sacks, finally, I feel like he's been non-existent. At least
Hmm.
like in terms of not just pressures.
Yeah. He's been kind of quiet.
Yeah. So
Makes you wonder.
I'll take the Chargers hesitantly, but God, I just don't want the Jets to get us some crappy win, dude. That would
Uh-uh.
blow that whole week.
This needs to be a blowout. I need the Jets to go away quietly into the night. I
Dash
just
them.
need it. I did not think the division would be this close, especially after A-Rod went down. Holden's on the Jets. Holden, why are you doing this? Why do you? No reason
What?
to be partially biased here. There's nothing to be partially biased towards. You like this Jets team? You want Aaron Rodgers to come back? You want him
He
to come
does.
back? He does, dude. I hate
He
it.
does.
So dumb. That dude stinks. He's not a good teammate. Whatever. He's on the Jets. Maybe he'll go with some best bets later this week. Maybe he won't. We'll see. But anyway, Aaron, you got your best bets.
Yes. So, like I said earlier, I'm doing a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. It's been the
Mm-hmm.
most consistent thing in football, basically. And then AJ Brown over. I don't even know if they have the receptions in just yet. Let me check here. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Whoa. New sponsor,
Uh,
new sponsor. DraftKings for the Kings draft.
why don't they use us for their marketing slogans, dude?
They're going to, dude.
Oh
We're in
my
talks.
goodness. All
Deep,
right,
deep conversation.
let's see this. Okay, so it's not up yet, but last week
Go figure.
it was 6.5 and then actually dropped to 5.5. I'm gonna take that every day of the week. He's
Yeah,
averaged eight receptions for over 100 yards in the past 5 games.
love
You
it.
can't not take
Just can't do it.
prop.
Mm-mm.
And then for the money line parlay, I'm only doing 3 of them. And I'm actually going to stick to money lines, not mention what the spreads are.
Yeah.
So I am going
Mm.
Pittsburgh money line because, dude, you just can't
Dude, you're
buy
such a
into this
yinzer.
Levis
You're
stuff. You
such a
you can't
yinzer.
you
I
can't
love
buy
it.
into the rookie just yet, Deb. You got to let him progress. Earn his stripes, and he's just not there yet.
Never
Plus,
even had a Crocs.
TJ Watt out there, dude. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. You're gonna get knocked out.
Not happening.
Anyways, then I am taking Seahawks money line because screw the Ratbirds. I don't think they're gonna play well. I just don't know what it is. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just
Dude,
not
trust your
gonna.
gut.
Yeah, exactly. I
Why
have a
not?
feeling. I have a feeling.
Have feeling.
Go 12 man, and then last but not least, Eagles money line. We're already tailing the quarterback and the wide receiver one. Let's take the dub at home
Very
in Lincoln
consistent.
Financial.
Very consistent, dude. I'm very into that. Nice. Nice bets. I'm gonna tell you on some of those. But here's mine. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Jesus.
9 spreads I'm taking.
Just take the whole the
No.
damn slate, dude.
You can't make me. Some of these are leans. I'm probably gonna take them. Just a buck here or there. Whatever. Have a little fun with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna bounce back. I'm seeing the field now. For the last 2 weeks, I got it wrong. It's the dogs. The dogs are covering. Dogs are covering. Dogs are hot right now.
Okay.
But I'll tell you one dog that isn't hot right now. Wait, let me make sure I got this. I got this right. I can't talk. Yeah. All right. I don't want to say bet your whole house, your child's college fund, like I don't know.
Solid betting advice.
Your mortgage, whatever. Yeah, your retirement.
Bet rent.
Bills +3.
Okay.
Why? How are the Bills a dog here? I'll probably sprinkle a little on the money line too. I'm just telling you, this Bengals team is not that good. Yes, they've kind of had our number a little bit recently, but Josh Allen is a different animal. He's a different beast. Dalton Kincaid is huge. If Cincinnati does not come out swinging, it could get ugly quick.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say to that. So, Bills +3. Anytime you get the Bills at plus money, great bet. And my money line parlay, I'm doing 3 teams as well, Aaron. And guess what? None of them are ones that you mentioned.
Good. Yes, originality.
Yeah, that would have been
like
awkward. Yeah, dude. All right,
taking the exact same leg. No, go ahead.
No, but I got some conflicting ones from you though. First off, I got Cleveland.
Okay.
All right, I got Nolans.
Okay.
The New Saints. And then the Baltimore Ratbirds.
Ew, dude, what are you doing?
Dude, these are just teams that I'm like, I think they got the best chance to win, so I'm just ride it. Those 3 teams, put it all together, chop it any way you slice it. On our good buddies over at DraftKings, that's going to get you at +142, so plus money. Bet 5, win 5-ish. Bet 10, win 10-ish. Bet 1,000, win 1,000. However you want to split it. That's just good odds. I'll just take it. Hopefully we'll get back on track with that. And with that, brings us to the end of another wonderful episode. Aaron, thank you for joining me as always with the expert Pittsburgh Insider. And thanks to all y'all at home for tuning in for one more episode. And we'll catch you next week. Hope you win all your bets.
Yes, sir.
Go Bills.
Here we go, Steelers!